Okay, boys and girls. So today in Fundations, we're going to learn a new letter of the day. We're going to be able to analyze the lowercase letter by correctly forming it, and we're going to match the beginning sound to the objects. Here on slide 3, I'll put up our live Zoom video. For now, we are going to do our sound drill. So let me get my cards out, and then I'm going to choose someone to be my special helper. You'll be my teacher's assistant for the day. Hi, how are you? Everyone say good morning to Mr. Martinez.
Hi, boys and girls. How are you?
You can unmute yourself.
I love you.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Have a good day. Love you.
So, it was nice of Mr. Martinez to always stop in and surprise us. So he loves seeing your smiling faces and that you're ready to learn. I know the other day, Riley, you had helped me. I know the other day, Leon had started to do it, and then Dominic helped us with that. Since Dominic, I know you were helping us towards the end of doing the sound drill, but maybe you could help us do the whole sound drill starting from the letter A. Do you want to help Ms. Castro today? Yes? Okay, good. So unmute yourself. And Dominic is going to help us today. I'm picking him because last time Leon was helping us, but Leon was having a little bit of difficulty focusing. But Dominic stepped in and helped us, but he didn't get a chance to do it starting from the letter A. So Dominic, you're going to help us with the sound drill starting from the letter A all the way to the last letter, okay? Nice and loud, Dominic. All right. A, apple, A.
A, apple, A.
Perfect. B, bat, B.
B, bat, B.
C, cat,
C, cat, Stay still.
D, dog, D.
D, dog, D.
E, ed, E.
D, and A.
Fun.
F, fun.
G, game, G.
G, game, good.
H, hat,
H, hat.
H, A.
I, H, A.
J, jug, J.
J, jug, J.
K,
K, kite.
you're doing great, Dominic. Just sit still, okay? L, O.
L, lamb, O.
M,
M, man,
nut,
M, nut,
octopus, ah.
O, octopus, R.
P,
P, pen,
Q, U, queen, qua.
Q, queen, quack.
R, rat,
R, rat,
S, snake,
S, snake,
T, top,
T, top,
U, up,
U, up, R.
U.
F, van,
Let's try that again. Look, Dominic. V, van, woo.
Okay. V, van,
Beautiful. W, wind, what?
W, wind, W.
X, box.
X, box, X.
Whoa. Y, yellow, Y.
Y, yellow, Y.
Z, zebra, Z.
Z, zebra, Z.
You did a beautiful job, Dominic. Thank you so much for helping us today. Now, boys and girls, I'm going to share my screen with you, and we are going to predict. That means we're going to take a guess, and we're going to figure out what is today's letter of the day. Pay attention to the three objects that begin with today's letter, because that will help you figure out what it is for today. These are commercials.
Learn and learn ABCs. D.
Let's get started. Something green. And something brown. Those look like 2 feet. I see a wing and a tail.
Duck.
Duck starts with the letter D. Let's try another one. Something long and green. Nothing there. Could that be a tail? I see a nose. This is some kind of animal.
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur starts with the letter D. Okay, last one. What could that be? Something blue? This one is tricky. Ah, I think I know what it is. Do you know what it is?
Dolphin.
Dolphin starts with the letter D.
Okay, so let's think back to the three objects that they showed us on the screen. Somebody raise your hand and tell me what's one object that begins with today's letter. Riley, go ahead. Which one do you remember?
Dolphin.
Dolphin is one. Very good. So we have dolphin. Who else would like to share? I thought I saw Jace, your hand up. Go ahead, Jace. What's another object that we saw in the video?
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur was the next one. Very good. And then we had one more. How about Alina? Go ahead, Alina. What was the last one?
Ducky.
Ducky or duck. Very good, Alina. So we have duck, dinosaur, and dolphin. What is today's letter of the day? Who would like to share with us? What's today's letter of the day? Go ahead, Dominic. What's today's letter of the day?
E.
Say it again louder, honey.
D.
D. Very good, Dominic. Just like what starts with your name, the letter D. So today, boys and girls, we are focusing on the lowercase d. So it's D, dog, D. Okay? So Ms. Castro is going to share the screen with you because I am going to show you how to form the letter D. The lowercase d. Let me share with you the presentation, and then I will show you how to form the letter D. So we'll go back to the sight words because we have a sight word of the day today. We already predicted the letter. We're going to practice on the writing grid. So with our writing grid, the letter D, the lowercase d, is a plain line round letter. So we're going to be starting on the plain line, and it's a round letter, round like a circle. So when you're on the plain line, you're going to go backwards on the plain line. You're going to go around and down to the grass line. Then you're going to go all the way up to the skyline, and then you're going to trace down to the grass line. So when you're forming the letter D, you're going to start off by forming the letter C, the lowercase c. So I'm going to show you that right now on the smartboard. So for the lowercase d, we're going to start with the plain line. So on the plain line, you're going to go backwards down to the grass line. So you start off by doing the letter C, but then you're going to go up to the skyline and then trace that line back down to the grass line, and there you form the letter D, okay? I'm going to show you again. You're on the plain line. Go backwards on the grass line. You're going to go up to the skyline and back down to the grass line. Let's do it one more time. Plain line. Go around like the letter C. Go up to the skyline, down to the grass line. That's the lowercase d. It might take a little bit of time for you boys and girls to learn how to form the letter D correctly. So one thing, don't try to do this. Some of you might end up doing this. Some of you might do the letter O like that, and then the stick like that. Now, when you're doing that, the stick is not really attached to the letter. So try not to do it that way, okay? The correct way to do it, and it's okay to make mistakes. Just like our friend Bob Ross said, it's not mistakes, they're happy accidents. We're gonna learn from those happy accidents, okay? So go back on the plain line, around and down to the grass line. Form the letter C. We all know how to do the lowercase c. Go up to the skyline and trace that same line back down to the grass line. And there, boys and girls, you have the lowercase d, okay? I'm going to show you the presentation again so you see what you have for today. We also have our sight word. So today's sight word, boys and girls, is a sight word the. And families, I had posted on Friday afternoon that you can start coming this week. We're closed tomorrow, Tuesday, for election day. The teachers are not going to be here, as you heard from the announcement earlier today. So either come today, anytime between now and 1:30, or you can come Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But definitely not tomorrow, because tomorrow's election day and the teachers will not be in the building. So if you're planning to come today, highly recommend it. So you can pick up the packet of all the sight words. It's right here. All the sight words from now until December. So it has all the sight words from the bear sight word list, because there's 2 bears up there. So it has from the, which is today's sight word, all the way to the last word, which is with. So those are 27 sight words, more or less. So today's sight word is the, boys and girls. I'm going to show you the 2 pieces of work that are due today is the lowercase d and the sight word the. So I'll show you here on the Google Classroom where it's bigger. So it's under Fundations. Lowercase d, day 1, is this sheet here. And if you don't have all the lowercase letters, the Fundations letters, that's also here for you to pick up and sign off that you've received it. So you're going to form the letter D on the top row, on the bottom row. Then in the middle section, you're going to circle all the lowercase d's. Now be careful not to get tricked, because some boys and girls might circle the lowercase b. Some of you might circle the lowercase p, which we haven't learned just yet. So remember, we're focusing on the lowercase d, okay? Then you have the pictures at the bottom. The sound that you're listening for is the sound d for the letter D. So I'll share with you what the pictures are. We have sheep, dog, donut, cake, dinosaur. Then we have the instrument drum, bat, nut. So I'll give you a clue. There are 4 illustrations that begin with the letter D that you must color. So look for 4 illustrations that you have to color for the lowercase d. Then the sight word the. The sight word the is a word when you're talking about something like the cat, the dog, and then you can also use it in a sentence as well. Now, this sight word sheet for the sight word the, this is how you do it. In the top of the page, it says color the word. So the word the is spelled T-H-E. So as you're coloring it, say T-H-E. Then on the right side of the top of the sheet, it says trace and write the word. So you trace the word the, T-H-E, and then you're gonna write it 3 times. There's 3 lines, so you write it 3 times. So it's 1, 2, 3. Then in the 3 boxes, they ask you to glue the word. So the 3 letters are down at the bottom, T-E-H. But you have to put the word the correct way. So it should be first T, then H, then E. So you have to cut out those 3 letters and glue it in the box. Then they give you some sentences because in kindergarten we're learning how to read. So your job, boys and girls, is to practice reading these sentences. Every time you find the word the, you will circle it. So here's the first sentence. The dog runs fast. And when you're reading, boys and girls, be sure to use your magic finger, okay? Next sentence says, do you see the cat? And notice it has the ending mark of a question mark. When you see a question mark, that means you have to change your voice a little because you're asking a question. And then the last sentence says, look at the bat. And look at the ending mark again. It changed. Now it's an exclamation mark. An exclamation mark is when you're showing excitement. So every time that you see a question mark, you want to change your voice. Every time you want to see an exclamation mark, you also want to change your voice too. So there's different ending marks. You have the period in the first sentence, the question mark in the second sentence, and then the exclamation mark in the last sentence. So when you're reading it, make sure you're changing your voice depending on what the ending mark is, okay? So those are the assignments for today in Foundations, the sight word the and the lowercase d. Okay, boys and girls? Great job.